just a family and a name.
Welcome to the Open Studio.
What's going on, Twitch?
Welcome to the Open Studio. Welcome to the Open Studio.
In the Open Studio.
Welcome to the Open Studio. Welcome to the Open Studio. Welcome to the Open Studio. Welcome to the Open Studio.
Twitch.
Welcome to the Open Studio. Welcome to the Open Studio. To the Open Studio. The Open Studio. Welcome to the Open Studio.
Open it up.
Welcome to the Open Studio. Welcome to the Open Studio. Welcome to the Open Studio. Welcome to the Open Studio.
Open it up. The Open Studio.
Welcome to the Open
The Open
Studio.
Studio. Open it up.
Studio. Welcome to the Open Studio.
The Open Studio.
Welcome to the Open Studio. Open Studio.
Sound off in the old chat.
I need a holiday for the two of us. I need a holiday.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Open Studio. We got another variety show for you for today, the 429 edition. We are deep into Big Boy Summer. Oh, hey, what's up, buddy? We'll see him later in the show. That is what is called foreshadowing if you're a reader. I am not, but I do remember that from 8th grade. Yeah, we're deep into Big Boy Summer, if you remember from last episode where I was hosting. For Big Boy Summer, we do not wait for the summer solstice. It is just when we can, as big boys, wear shorts all the time, and that is when the temperatures are consistently at 48 degrees or above. That's the benefit of being a big boy. So yeah, man, so we're deep in it. And if you guys don't remember, this is the official emoji for Big Boy Summer. It's the Doritos chip and the laughing chubby guy, because we're all about snacks and laughs. That's what this summer's about. And we got a good lineup tonight. We got Angel Garcia. He's been on here before. He did some stand-up. He's going to do some magic. So I like magic. Do you like magic? If you don't, probably tune out now, because that's going to be the first act. But I know you all do, so tune in. Then we got Richie Gomez showing a video, and we got Matt Monta closing out playing music. Another Open Studio diamond card carrier. So we got a lot of regulars, a lot of newbies. It's a real Dude Rocks lineup. So strap in, ladies. Just a full cornucopia of hot dudes doing talent. So enjoy. All right. And dudes that like dudes, and theys that like dudes, and just straight men who appreciate male talent. That's important. Don't be ashamed of that. It doesn't make you weird. So it looks like, yeah, we're having some fun with, we're doing Doritos. We're doing snacks and laughs. Yeah, big fella. I don't know where that, Matt Monta with the big fella. I don't know where you got that from, but I love it. So I'm assuming is that an NFT? Did you pay $18,000 for that big fella emoji? I bet that's what happened. I'll buy it off you for $24,000. I'll sell it to Bill Gates for $500,000. We're going to make things happen, baby. So, I don't know. I'm juiced up on adrenochrome. I took a big shot of it. I'm ready to go. So I think we might get into this soon. I think all I wanted to talk about, because we could just do it through the chat throughout the day. We had the call-in show a couple weeks ago. I hope you guys tuned into that, maybe even called in. But yeah, it was fun. So just wanted to plug that, which is an event from the past that we may not do again. So we just want to give that a plug. But Les, on my chunk of the thing, I was talking about COVID and how, unless I missed it, I don't know anyone that should have died of COVID that died of COVID. And then I even wanted people in the audience to mine their life. Do you have anyone in just your personal life, not a celebrity or anything, that died of COVID where you were like, hell yeah, thank you, COVID? Because I feel like we've just been bombarded with stories of my grandma, she made me soup and she knitted cool stuff and she died. And, and that's sad. I want the positive COVID stories to kind of balance that out. We're all coming out of this. We're all getting our vaccine. Some of us are getting clogged up like an old radiator because of it, but most of us are just going back to eating salsa in public like we're supposed to. So cheers to the vaccine. Cheers to science. And let me know if, an uncle that touched you when you were a kid died of COVID and you're like, hell yeah, COVID, thank you for taking that guy out. Let me know in the chat. You don't have to do all your molestation details if you don't want to. That's up to you. This is a free space. We won't judge you, but it will be weird. No, it'll be weird because this is, I'll try to make a joke about it. It will be inappropriate, and then we'll have to move on to someone playing acoustic guitar. But still, share whatever details you want. This is a free and open space, and we'll make it work. I got a couple molestation riffs in my back pocket, but it's not my wheelhouse. So, do with it what you will. All right. So, everything, including what I'm saying, is community generated. It's generated. The stuff I'm saying is generated by me. I'll say that right now to alleviate any other blame. But these little dimensions are generated by Jackie Manti. You saw that intro video by Mike Gow. He was the cool dude playing his leg guitar. And all the guests we get are just from submissions. So if you want to be a part of the show, if you want to, make a poster to promote the show, if you want to make a dimension, you want to do an intro vid, you may want to be on the show. You can find all that info out in the links below. My little talking head here down in the description. Also, we got a Discord, and that's like kind of the easiest way to find all this info and connect with people. And I like the Discord because if you're just a fan of creativity, you could go to that Discord and you can, engage in convo and find out when stuff's coming up. Especially we have like a little section there on the server about posting shows and stuff. So that's been kind of dead for obvious reasons, but that'll probably start lining back up. So if you want to be, a member of a creative community, even if you're not a creative yourself, come down there, baby, and hang out in the Cord. That's what I'm calling the Discord now, the Cord. So yeah, sound off in the chat throughout the show. If you got questions for the guests, drop them in there. I may ask them if they're good. If you don't hear me ask them, I either didn't see them or they were a bad question, and you can figure out which one it was for yourself. And so thank you guys for tuning in, man. I think we should just get into it. I got a little video, made a little stand-up mini vid of one of my jokes, so we're going to play that. And then we'll shoot back to my beautiful face, and then we'll bring on another beautiful face to do magic, and we'll have a fun time. So, all right, I think cue up my vid, and we will see you guys in a couple minutes.
Straight white males have been taking it on the chin recently, which is fair. It's not unfair, but it just is what it is. But what's funny is, so now we have, a lot of women running for office and getting into office, which I think is great. Even more so, not even just because of gender, but new women coming into power. We want to take this country on a new compassionate and empathetic path. And I'm like, fuck, that sounds awesome. I don't know. I would love to see it. I'm willing to give you 200-300 years to take a whack at it. You know what I mean? That's only fair. I want to see it. So I'm in. I'm on board. All I'd say is, just a warning, just my piece is, listen, you can't write off straight white men. You can't write them off. You gotta keep them on ice. Just put them aside. Just keep them there. Let them chill out, because, first of all, if you want to be truly empathetic, you gotta extend empathy to people you deem deserve it the least. That's true empathy. So that's first. That's most important. But secondly, thank you. But secondly, the future is vast. You don't know what's in it. It's the future. You're going to be in power this whole time. You don't know what you're going to face. You want to be prepared for everything. What about aliens? They could come. What happens if aliens come? What are you going to need? You're going to need a group of people that can eliminate a whole race of something. That's what you're going to need. That's just what you're going to need. And you're going to have to sitting in the corner like, I don't do that anymore.
All right. Thank you guys for watching that. I hope you enjoyed it. Sound off in the chat if you liked it. Keep your opinions to yourself if you didn't. Criticism is not a real form of expression. Thank you guys for tuning into the show tonight. We got some great guests, so let's get into it. Your first guest coming up. Oh, man. We were supposed to have him. When was that? June. February? When was it? I don't know. Months are a construct of the elites. We don't follow those things, but he was in Texas when they forgot how to generate power when they went Amish for those 3 days, and a few people died. So also, if you know anyone in Texas that died during that should have died, let me know. We need some happy stories here. We got to get the juice up. So, but he didn't die, and that is a positive because he can be here now. He's going to do some magic for you guys. Give a virtual round of applause for Angel Garcia, everybody.
Make it hit you just too strange. You might have been high like back in your days. I know they gon' hate, I don't care what they say. I just cut them off afro to a fade. Don't worry about it much after I pray. Life in a game, this ain't the arcade. Hear a heartbeat, automatically go cray. Cray, 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 cray. Turn to a beast, I ain't come here to play. Layla Ali, I'm the seed of a grave. Hey. Cause I told myself it's never too late. Get your checks up, then yell checkmate. Simon says gotta go get it all day. Yeah, work hard enough till you get stuff a raise. Remember being broke, trapping out the hallways, but never going back. That's what.
Oh shit! So as you can see, so I'm here. Below me, that's my card deck. These are my hands. There we go. And then we got Angel, and we got his little second camera so you can see what he's doing. But you're going to do a card trick over Zoom, which has never been done before. Did not do my research, but going to say that. So people in the audience, get excited. Angel Garcia, what do you want me to do? Let's do this trick, baby.
Okay, cool. Well, quick intro from me. I'm local Mexican fat boy, Angel Garcia. Nice to meet you.
Are you celebrating? Does that mean you're celebrating Big Boy Summer, Angel?
No comment. So the fun thing about magic, especially the kind of magic I used to do, is that it was all sleight of hand and it's all face to face, and that's hard to do. I can't just be like, "Hey, pick a card," right? Like that's not going to work. So what I'm going to do this time is not only going to do a card trick. I'm going to do something that is way more believable than a card trick. Mentalism. All right. So with that being said, this is what we're going to do. All right. So if you could just follow me along here. I got my deck of cards. Right here. Go ahead and Justin, grab your deck of cards for me.
Got it.
All right. And then I want you to just follow my lead. I'm going to do it on this camera here. That
Okay.
I'm pointing at.
I think I'm going to do my stuff here.
Okay. Right. And then from the back, first card, and then you just start slowly. Yeah. A little bit faster. Okay. I only have 5 minutes. There you go. Right on. Okay, awesome. And as you can see, my cards are different, and so are Justin's. We're not going to use my cards, actually. We're only going to use Justin's. But that's all right. So go ahead and square them up for me. Great, perfect. And then you're going to put them down just like that. Okay, great. And then on his camera, you'll see. And then from the top half, we're going to cut the deck. So we're going to take that as much as you want, right? And then put it down next to it. Yep, perfect. And then you're going to take the second half and make sure it's crisscross with that deck. Perfect, just like that, my man. All right, now you got to pick where you cut the deck and so on. And people didn't see this, but you can verify for me that you shuffled your deck beforehand, right?
I totally shuffled it. Yeah,
okay, great. Very believable. Thank you. And so what we're going to do for this trick is we're going to leave the cards there, but we want this visual here available so everybody can see it. Now, what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to ask you some questions. But the thing is, I will be doing predictions beforehand. So I'm going to write my first prediction here on this card.
Okay.
And this prediction is going to be to the first question I'm going to ask you. So let me see here. Okay. All right, cool. So I think that works. Everybody saw me right. Nothing too crazy. It's all right here.
Okay.
So that's my first prediction, and that's to the first question I'm going to ask you, and that's going to be, give me a number that that means a lot to you. Just top of your head between 1 and 20.
8.
Go. Okay, should have asked a different question. All right, so 8. 8 is the number. So remember that for later, okay?
Got it.
Okay, cool. So now I'm going to write a different prediction. Excuse me. And give me 1 second on that one. Give me 1 second on that. All right, I'm gonna look at you for a second, Justin. Here, can you look in the camera for me? Okay. No, man, I gotta be careful. I'm gonna get lost in your eyes. All right, cool. I'm gonna write the prediction now. Okay. All right, cool. So I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, and so the next question was a name that's very important to you off the top of your head. Go.
Jackie.
Yeah. Right. I knew. All right, so last one. Last one is gonna be my last prediction. What we're gonna do here, and let's recap what we've done so far.
Okay.
So you shuffled your cards beforehand, and and you made sure that they were all different, right?
They're all different. We all saw.
Yeah. All right, and then you cut the deck to wherever you wanted to cut it, and then that's it, right?
That's it.
Cool. And then I made a prediction, and then I asked you the question that the prediction was trying to figure out, which was your number, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, wrote another prediction, and then I asked you for a name. I don't remember what it was. Doesn't really matter because I wrote that prediction. So now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to try to guess the card that you cut to. But here's the cool part.
Okay.
I didn't see the card. You don't even know what the card is.
I don't know.
Because I can look at you and try to figure out with gut body chemistry and fun mentalism tricks that, whatever number you picked was important, whatever name you picked was important. But I couldn't figure that out with the cards because even you don't know what it is, correct?
I don't even know. It's not in my body chemistry.
So here we go. I'm going to write down my prediction. Okay. I think I got it. I think I got it, baby. All righty. So
Okay.
we're going to start with the last one I did. So we're going to do this prediction on the card. Okay, so what we're going to do is go ahead and on your deck of cards, take off that top half.
Okay.
And just put it off somewhere. It doesn't matter where. Okay. Now I'm going to reveal my prediction on camera for the first time. And the top card is the card you cut to, right?
Yeah, right here.
All right, so we're going to flip it at the same time. Ready for this?
Yeah.
Can I get a drum roll, chat?
I hear it. They're doing it.
There it is. All right. So here we go. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Jack of diamonds. Is that correct?
Shit!
Is that correct on camera? Jack of diamonds?
Right there. Both cameras.
Both cameras. Jack of diamonds, baby. All right, right on. So that's the main trick. Isn't that crazy? Jack of diamonds. All right, so this next part's extra.
That's impressive. If anyone knows me, knows that I've never rehearsed a single creative thing in my life. So that happened right now.
Justin, what was the number you guessed?
That's real. That's magic.
Justin, what was the number you guessed?
8.
Yes, it was. It was 8, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was. And then the name you said at the same time. We're gonna say it at the same time. All right, ready?
All right. Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Jackie.
Steve. Whatever. The point is, I guessed the right card.
Steve is my dad's name, so you did mentalist it.
I did. Yeah. Why he was in your underwear in your head, I don't know. But that's what I went with. Right on, man. Well, that's my magic trick. I hope some of you guys had fun with that. And yeah, my name's Angel. Thanks so much, everybody.
Yay.
Woo. Yeah. I made too much coffee. My coffee goals were lofty. I put the blanket on me just to take the blanket off me. I hit the snooze so I'm late. I hit the booze so I'm tired. I speak the truth every day, but every night I'm a liar. Yeah, I just came to feel a little different. Told myself I would just sip it. Now my social skills I finished. Oh no. Every time.
All right, we are back with Big Boy Summer Celebrator Angel Garcia. Great to have you on the team. Snacks and laughs with my boy Angel. How you doing, man? You survived. You survived the winter in Texas. Yeah. Thank you for making it so you could be here with us. How'd it go? Did you just experience any of the wildness? What was the wildest shit that you had to deal with?
Wildest shit I had to deal with was being the only person thriving because I had lived in Chicago for so long, while everybody was dying around me. It was great.
Yeah, that's all. You're pretty prepped for that already because, we got... Did you lose electricity, though? That is a bummer.
Yeah, so that's a huge bummer. Actually, we ended up losing electricity and water for 2 weeks. So
Damn.
a lot of baby wipe baths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, how cool is it to not shower for 2 weeks though, and not have to like make an excuse about it? I think
Pretty
that'd be
great.
kinda
You
fun.
go nose blind pretty quickly.
Yeah, right.
The horrible smells just from bursted pipes and dirty people is pretty.
Did you
pretty
know
great.
that your sense of smell, it doesn't react to smell, it reacts to change in smell.
Wow,
So that's
I did
why
not know that.
Yeah, that's why when people are hoarders and they're like, I do not smell cat pee. I do not know what you're talking about at all. It's because they're just in it. Because they're just
Yeah. It's funny because speaking of cat pee and terrible transitions, here's the thing, Justin. I love chatting with you. Don't get me wrong. We chatted for like half an hour before the show.
Yes.
But people can just follow me on Twitter at Gorilla Jokes or on Instagram at Gorilla Jokes and find out how dumb of a person I am. And instead of continuing the interview, I do another magic trick. What is this?
Yeah, let's do that. I love magic tricks. Let's crank one out.
You guys want to see another magic trick, chat?
They do. They won't
do?
say it because they're embarrassed, but they do.
All right, cool. So I'm going to switch my camera down here. Okay, welcome. So we're going to do, this is my favorite card trick in the world. It's with 3 cards. Now, what I'm going to do different is I'm actually going to teach you how this card trick is done. So it's a version of 3-card Monty. You guys ever see 3-card Monty? It's the 3 things, they switch it out, and you're like, where is it? And you lose like hundreds of dollars in your rent. So I'm going to show you a version of that with my 3 cards here. So what they first do is they show you the first card, right? Which is a Joker. Every deck of cards has 2 Jokers, right? Pretty standard stuff. And with this card, I'm going to do the Queen. So in this case, it's the Queen of Hearts. You can see that clearly, Justin?
I see it.
Okay, cool. So what they like to do in 3-card Monty is like to talk to you up like, damn, Justin, that video was so cool. It was like an artistic thing. They don't see you switch the top card to the bottom. But of course you did, because the camera hides nothing, does it?
It does.
It does not. So
it does not, yes.
Right. So now the Queen's at the bottom, right?
Yes.
No, it's a Joker.
Damn, I just lost money.
Yeah, you did, but it's okay, because now we know that either this is the Queen or this is the Queen. One of these two, right?
Has to be.
Right, let's find out. Oh, no, it's a Joker. Okay, that's fine.
This is like buying cryptocurrency.
Middle one's the Queen, right? Nope. It's a Joker again. Huh. So where's the Queen? Queen's been down here the whole time. Pretty wild.
Damn.
But look, now we know where everything is, right? Because we know that this is the Queen down here, and that this is the Joker, and this is the Joker. Is that correct?
I guess so, yeah.
No, see, it's the Queen.
Woo, spicy.
Just lost money again. But then we know the middle one's a Joker, right?
Has to be.
No, it's actually a Queen.
Damn.
Joker's down here. Yeah, here's the thing, bud. Even if you're very smart and you know a little bit of magic and you know everything, you're still not ahead of the trick, and that's why it's my favorite trick. Because you want to know a secret?
Yeah, I want to know a secret.
It's actually 3 Jokers. That's how the trick is done. Here. Count them with me. 1, 2. Oh, shit.
Oh.
You caught me. All right. That's all right. It's all right. It's okay. It's fine, because we know it's a Joker, a Queen, and then another Joker, right?
I mean, I'm guessing it's not a Joker because you want it to be, but yeah, it should be.
Well, to anybody. Well, are you sure?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about anything anymore.
There you go. And that's my next trick.
I believe in things. I've converted to Islam because of this. I believe in stuff now. I believe Allah is real. I believe magic is real. So I don't know if that was the plan, but
Sorry, I hope everybody liked that last trick too.
Dude, that was great. Angel Garcia. So is there any place people can follow you? Do you do like magic tricks? Like you have videos up or anything? Or do people just have to run into you at the bar?
Right. No, I'm on my Twitter at Gorilla Jokes, GUERRILLA.
Okay.
Jokes. There's a link to a video that's available on WrestleZone.com Facebook where I do magic for pro wrestlers.
Hell yeah, dude. That sounds awesome, man.
Yeah,
that sounds like a great audience.
It's a good time. It's a good time. They work people, I work them. It's a good time. But yeah, I'm hoping to start doing more magic on Zoom shows, and then hopefully with everything going well by the summer, I'll start doing it in real life too. The other cool part, I'm just gonna start doing more stand-up shows and stuff. So it's really exciting. I also have a podcast project coming out very soon. It's called Death and Friends. It's a history podcast about the history of death. Feel free to follow us. And oh my god,
oh shit! Did your extra circle light come on?
No, it's for a different trick later. Oh man.
Oh, okay.
Right. No, yeah, but you can follow that at Death and Friends podcast on Instagram.
Hell yeah, dude. Everybody in the chat, give it up for the very funny and very talented and very magical Angel Garcia, everybody.
Yeah, my favorite wrestler is Eddie Guerrero. All right. Sorry, I'm answering somebody in the chat.
All right. Thank you, Angel. Praise Allah. That was a great show. So far, we got 2 more acts coming up. We're going to have a great time tonight. Next act is going to show us some videos. I always love the video spot. I feel like we've gotten the best variety out of the video spot. And so I'm excited to share this guy's stuff with you, and we'll have a little chat with him afterwards. Hopefully he made it home safely and we can. So everybody, virtual round of applause in the chat for the very talented, the very video-centric Richie Gomez, everybody.
Hey, kiddo.
Hello? Knock, you fucker.
Hey, listen, we talked about this. You can't talk to me that way, okay?
Whatever, you're not even my real dad.
Yeah, but I'm your stepdad.
This is my room.
Well, this is my house.
Bitch.
I didn't want to have to say that, but it is.
Oh, okay, then kill me then. Then might as well just kill me. I have no autonomy, so might as well kill me. Try again. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Come in. What is it?
Excuse me.
Come in.
Your mom's dead. Your mom's dead.
What?
She died. Oh. It's all one house. You get that? It's all one house, right? That's me. That's my floor. What you're seeing is an instance in maybe the 3rd consecutive week where my floor and bed are interchangeable. That's booze. Yeah, I've gotten remarkably good at steadily drinking that throughout the day on account of all the free time I had just run into. That we all ran into. 30 million people just lost their job, and I drew one of the 30 million short sticks. And suffice to say, I picked up a new hobby. Acoustic guitar. I know what you're thinking. What's a 42-year-old auditor of struggling families doing picking up an acoustic guitar, the pussiest of all instruments, for the first time? And I guess you can say, finding myself. Turns out, I'm amazing at this fucking thing. And it's opened up an entire new world for me. Dave Matthews, Oasis, Mumford & Sons. Would you believe that before this global catastrophe, I had never heard of these great men? And they are. They're great men. I'm in love. And her name? Well, her name is Music. And it is a her. I'm not gay because of the acoustic guitar thing. That's why I say, if you don't come out of this thing without a new skill, you never lacked time. You lacked discipline. Sorry. You're shitty. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. It's just kind of hilarious how shitty you are. I mean, you don't have anything to show for all the free time in quarantine with the COVID and the quarantine. Nothing.
And just days before the unprecedented second impeachment trial of former President...
Oh, you good? Yeah, you're home, bro. Yeah, I've been home. Davey. I'm gonna call 911. No, dude, you don't need to, I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling. Okay, I'm gonna do it just in case, though. No, you can't do that. I prank called them too much from your phone. Huh? Yeah, that was really funny. Dude, why would you do that? Because they have my number on record, right? So I had to use yours. So you're telling me we can't call 911? They said that if I used that phone one more time, that it would be a federal crime and I would serve hard time, was their exact word. If this number calls one more time, I'll just use the opposite phone of whatever phone they were using when they gave you that warning.
They said that to me twice on each phone. So
Why would you continue to do that?
for the laws, dude. For the laws, it was really funny.
All right, well, maybe if they hear my voice, they'll know that it's for real.
They know your voice, bro. They know it.
They know this voice? You remember that one time that you told me to call Comcast?
Hey, it's Comcast. They want to know when in the next 5 years you're available.
That's Comcast? So do you like your job? You know, I took a really big shit today. Fucking hurt. A lot. I still feel like I'm taking it, you know? But when I was done, I looked down and I named it after you guys. So congratulations, your legacy is officially fulfilled. That's so mean. You're mean. Why would you do that?
For the shits and gigs, bro.
For shits and gigs?
Yeah. Gigs, short for giggles.
And shit?
Implying that I giggled so much, I shit!
Rico? Fuck. It's gonna be hard to find a sublease.
The insurrectionists acted at Donald Trump's direction. They said so. They were invited here. They were invited by the President of the United States.
Drawing borders and taking orders from men who never learned how to love. It's been a long night. Time to look at me, time to look at each other.
What's up, Richie Gomez? Thank you for coming and doing the show, man. Your vids are hilarious.
Thanks, man. Yeah, and it's a pleasure.
You don't happen to you don't watch professional wrestling, do you, or did you ever in your life?
No, I didn't really watch. No, I didn't. But
right.
Yeah, I'm aware.
No, that's okay. So I've been trying to follow the chat. Someone wanted to know Angel Garcia's favorite wrestler, but I missed it in the chat, and I was like, maybe I can ask you, but you probably don't have one, so it's okay.
No.
That's my fault. That's not your fault. I'm not going to pass the buck on you, Richie. Your vids are great. Now, are you accustomed to shooting you as all the characters, or was that a pandemic pivot?
It's a pandemic pivot, exactly. Yeah. I had like the camera and stuff beforehand. You know, I would do little like freelance projects here and there. And then like, you know, before the pandemic, I would like mostly just like perform and like put on like live stuff, you know. And then the pandemic hit. You know, the audition game changed. It was all self tapes, and then I just started. I needed to get more like gigs for as far as like video editing and like just like film stuff, like because you could, you know, there's a market for that.
Right.
So I had to make like a portfolio, you know. So I just started, you know, putting together these sketches. So yeah.
That's awesome, man. I loved it. I thought it kind of really added to it, and I thought you had a good grip on like separating the characters, so it seemed kind of like two distinct characters, not even just in the costuming and stuff. So I think you did a great job. Is that like a good sampling of your sense of humor? I noticed it was very dark, which I appreciate. I like how there was multiple. I mean, you put bodies on the floor in multiple videos. You know, you got a lot of death and dismemberment. Is that what you're into, or was that the darkest tip of the iceberg there?
I suppose, yeah. So I mean, that's what that's what I like laugh the hardest at, you know.
Yeah,
it gets close to that kind of thing.
Me too.
You know, like,
I think this is funny. I mean, the part where he started when the guy was hanging, he started looking at his phone at the end. I thought that was a great little bit.
You know, I actually got a note to leave like to like leave him like check his phone like right at the end, just like for like a split second.
It was
Just
perfect.
so it just doesn't end with like, because originally I had it as just like he hung himself, he's dead now, you know. Yeah.
No, I thought that was great. I thought it was perfectly timed too, how you really kind of had to like blink or you miss it. Yeah, I loved it. I mean, I think you probably do have a dark sense of humor because you think you might, because you don't think about it. I think that's usually how it works, you know, is like if you're like, if you're not sure, you definitely do. Cause I feel like it's become like a meme now, like that most complaints about comedy from audience members are like, listen, I have a really wild sense of humor. But that being said, what you said was too much. And it's like, well, I think you probably just could leave out that first sentence. So I think it actually works the opposite way too, where you're like, I don't know, do I have a dark sense of humor? I'm like, dude, all your sketches involve death, but they were very funny. And like I said, that's right up my alley. So I was a fan of it, but I was just wondering if that was what you're into. What do you like do? I mean, because I've been asking this since we've been doing this show for months now, but I think now it's even more interesting to find out because we're kind of seeing some light at the end of the tunnel. What do you want to get into once things open up, once you get the juice in you and all that stuff? Like, do you want to do live performance? Do you do like live sketch, or do you do stand up or anything like that? What are you into?
Yeah, well, I mean, before the pandemic, I was doing, I hit the mics, like, everyone else and Chicago, I hit the mics. I would do, I was like in the improv scene, that's like where I started out. So, I had like a weekly show at IO, and then I would do the mics, and then just like I like act, I do that. But yeah.
Even acting something, it's not like live performance necessarily, like if you're filming stuff, but you still need like a lot of people. So it's still something where like things kind of got to open back up for you to be able to do that the way you want,
Right. And even ideally, if I did these sketches, like let's say I played all the characters again, like, I mean, just by the time I set up all the cameras and all the lights, I'm like dead tired, so I'm like, I'm just not in like a good, happy, funny mood,
Right.
So
I feel like this might ruin you because now if you're working with someone and they like can't get the beats right, you'll probably just be like, dude, I'm just going to do it myself. Like
maybe
it's gonna make you less patient now. You're like, dude, I'll knock that out. I'm just gonna do it Eddie Murphy style now.
Yeah, I mean, dude, maybe, but like I truly do miss like just working with people. I mean, it's just like if you're in a room with like just being in a room with people around, like I could at least play to comedy. Right. I realized like when the pandemic hit, it's like, oh dude, like I'm a stage whore. Like I need people like there to first like get me to write, and then the second just to like perform it to really get there. Because if it's the energy's not there, then I'm just gonna say everything flat and that's it.
Do you use like the green screen act, like the Marvel movie kind of tricks? Do you put like a tennis ball on the couch to talk to? Or do you just kind of visualize? Just pick a spot?
Pick a spot in the wall. And I mean, just try to look, just try to be consistent, I forget. Okay. I mean, watching it this time, I like noticed all the like stuff I did wrong.
Well, that's how it goes when you're watching your own stuff. As someone that was not involved in making it, I can assure you that I did not notice anything off on it. That's good. It was fine. All right, last question. Referencing your first video, do you have a pick for manliest instrument? The exact opposite of the acoustic guitar.
The manliest instrument?
I think maybe drums. What do you think about drums?
I was just going to say drums.
Yeah, it's very violent. It's almost fighting.
With like a bunch of kickstands, like one of those, like those, the guy from Rush kind of, his drum set. Yeah, I feel like it's pretty manly,
I think that's a good pick. I agree. Richie Gomez, where can they people go to find like where do you want to direct them digitally? Because in the real world, as it opens up, go look for his name on posters, go to his shows. But as we're transitioning, where can people find you digitally? Where can they find those videos they just saw?
They can find those videos on my Instagram. It's right there at Richie G Peace, like _Richie G _Peace. And I mean, I promote like any live show that comes my way. I'll throw that up on my story, and that's usually where I do stuff.
That's fucking awesome, dude. Everyone, look out for Richie's stuff. And as always, everything we talk about is in the description. So if you want just a quick link, go there. But Richie, thanks for doing the show, buddy.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks, man.
All right. So that was Richie. Dude, those videos were hilarious. Also, I wanted to just bring it up real quick because we were just there. Oh, I might not be able to get to it. Let me see. I can remember it. I won't be able to read it though, real quick. I noticed that Jackie Manti, who is my wife, who was the important name to me, she threw a comment in the chat and it had like all these asterisks blocking out words. And I was like, what is she whiling out in the chat? Is she dropping slurs? My beautiful wife? But no, she was basically saying that when my video was up, the same for Richie's video, like the dimension had that like pink shag and carpeting. And she basically just said like, I like the pink one. I like the one with the pink shag. And they had censored pink and pink shag as sexual content. Yeah, the Twitch mod. So I think it's funny. I mean, I kind of forgot about that word. So honestly, part of the new rule for Big Boy Summer, start calling pussy pink, baby. You guys gonna go get some pink? Yeah, you guys want to go get that pink shag, baby? Let's go get that pink shag. Also, I think they did 3, so I think it was pink shag, and thing. I don't know, thing. I guess. Thing, we're not bringing thing into Big Boy Summer, just pink and pink shag. All right, so let's go cruise for some pink shag and let's eat some Doritos. # Big Boy Summer. The next guy we got coming up, he's pretty svelte, but Big Boy Summer is very inclusive, so I'd let him hang out. Maybe eat some more Doritos in the meantime, my friend Matt, and you can enjoy the bigness. But until then, keep cranking out tunes, everybody. Open Studio favor we got coming up, playing some songs for you on the, well, let's see. Matt Monta, he radiates such masculinity. I think, he's just got like an old school, a Mad Men style kind of aura to him. I think he might be able to bring manliness back to the acoustic guitar. We will see. You can be the judge of it. Sound off in the chat. If you think Matt Monta brings masculinity back to the acoustic guitar, or if it honestly just makes it more lame and feminine than ever. You can be as mean as you want in the chat. It is anonymous. That is the best part about the internet. So guys, everybody, big virtual round of applause and enjoy your time listening to the tunes of Matt Monta, everybody.
Hold me closer for a moment later. Hope this is my only future. All the days are sun-kissed. So long, clouds and storm.
All right, good evening, everybody. This is a song called I Try. I try to hang on a little bit longer, 'cause I've heard what doesn't rip you apart will only make you stronger. And if I survive, I don't know what reward I will get when I'm begging for more drink tickets and bumming last cigarettes. And I ask myself, what's the point? Why do I spend my time this way? Is my mind so schizophrenic, demanding 10 million different jump cuts in a day? Me and my friends do our best to stay youthful, 'cause we've heard the only way to get by is to keep yourself useful and keep your head down. Do your job and don't complain. Let it go, c'est la vie. Watch your dreams as they circle the drain. And I ask my friends, what's the point? Why do we spend our time this way? Our minds so schizophrenic, demanding 10 million different jump cuts in a day. In a day. Try to lose track of the minutes and hours, 'cause I know every moment decays like a bouquet of wilting flowers. And we're just a product of everything that we've sold and we've bought. And I get nervous, oh God, it's overwhelming. Is this the only chance that I've got? And I ask myself, what's the point? Why do I spend my time this way? Is my mind so schizophrenic, demanding 10 million different jump cuts in a day? In a day. In a day. In a day. Thanks.
Younger in my mind, take up my time, don't take the lime, searching to coordinate a date. Anywhere with you, I can't wait. Global position, local, I'll listen when you're whistling, chemicals fizzling.
Oh shit! Everybody, if your pink wasn't shaggy before, I bet it is now. At Monta. I hear a lot of people calling for Pink Shag Summer in the chat. Dude, make summer whatever you want. This is the summer. Everyone gets to have something. So yeah, if you wanted, I think Pink Shag Winter would be better. I think Shag would help in the winter. Matt, would you agree?
Yeah, it's a little more cozy.
Yeah, grow out your pubic hair in the winter. That's just my advice. People always ask, like, what's your opinion on pubic hair? And I always say it's climate specific, my opinion, you know?
It's a cyclical thing.
Yeah, I think
much like the seasons.
Yeah, I think you should treat your pubic hair like a nice perennial, you know? Let it, you know, except opposite, I guess opposite. All right, so I just wanted to bring, because we talked so much about Bush last time, I thought we'd talk about Bush some more.
Fair enough. I see we're opening those old wounds.
Dude, I sort of got after we talked about Bush for, and if people, because I did a quick transition from Pink Shag to Bush, we're talking about the band Bush. Matt Monta hates them. It was very funny how much you hated them and how it came out of nowhere. And since that conversation, because one of my favorite Sirius XM stations is Lithium. So when I'm in my car, listen to Lithium, which is like alternative rock from like the 90s. And it's a great station, but I've been hearing more Bush than I've ever heard on that station in my life. And I feel like you put it in the universe and now it's coming through my airwaves.
You know, I heard that the U.S. government and CIA uses that for psychological torture for prisoners at Guantanamo Bay. So, you know, consider yourself one of the abused.
Yeah, I can tell. I mean, hey, man, now I know how we found out about all those terrorist plots, because I would be giving up the secrets instantly. If I had to hear Machine Head 2.5 times, I'd be like, I will tell you everything you want to know. That's how we found bin Laden in Pakistan. Bush.
That's true.
True patriots. It's funny because they're from the UK, but they're doing the Lord's work here in the US. So congrats. Man, Monta, man, I follow you on the social media because we are real life friends.
That's true.
And I love you dearly, and I love to see that you're getting back out playing shows. You just did your first show outside,
yes,
but still with humans. How did it feel? How was it like getting back out there?
It was great. I'm not going to complain. It was great. It was a very unique experience because I do stream over on Twitch on _tall. You might see me bouncing around in the chat. And it's fun. You know, I've been meeting and playing for people all over the world, from Brazil to the UK and West Coast, Canada, all over. But it's not quite the same when you can't see their faces or hear a reaction, you know, just like spamming some emotes. And that's awesome. But it's really no substitute for, you know, having someone just physically come up to you and say, hey, I really liked that song you played. Do you have CDs for sale? Yes. Is that song on it? No. Okay, well, sorry. Or someone saying, I love that song. Can I stream it somewhere?
Yeah. Dude, I got like, man, I think I got like 30 CDs that I'm just like, I'm gonna have to live with these for the rest of my life, or I'm gonna have to sell like one a year over the next 30 years.
Yeah, I had a briefcase, with all my merch, and a friend of mine. It was crazy seeing friends. People I haven't seen, other musicians I haven't seen for over a year. Came out to see me. It was like at an outdoor winery thing here in town, and they said, "What's in the suitcase?" I just said, 30 CDs I can't sell. And that's just what I carry around with me. It's my albatross. It's a briefcase full of CDs that probably should just go to Goodwill.
Well, we're from like an unfortunate generation where like the idea of your stuff on a CD still feels cool. So we're old enough to make the mistake of like, hell yeah, but old enough where it's like no one wants these fucking things.
Well, the thing is I put out the last full-length album I put out was Restless Disposition, which is available for streaming on all major platforms and on my website, mattmonta.com. And I was like, this is going to be a great record. Everyone's like, are you going to do vinyl? I'm like, well, vinyl's super expensive and you got to kind of hope you make your money back.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to put I'm going to put it all on 300 CDs. And then the moment I placed that order and put my down payment in at Disc Makers, Jack White says, hey, everybody, CDs are dead.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that was a non-refundable deposit. And, we got the artwork done and paid for it. So,
dude, you want to hear some commiseration on my end? When I first moved to Chicago, I got my car broken into. Luckily, I don't know how they got in, but they didn't have to break anything. So that was first bonus. And also halfway through the bonus, the first day I didn't even notice. I thought like something seemed like it had moved. And that's when my first thing was like, I think someone came in my car, but I don't keep like anything in my car. So there's like nothing to steal. And it's a relatively newer car, which feels like harder to steal. So they probably just wanted to grab something out of it.
Sure.
And so for the first day, I was like, it looks like someone got in here. Maybe I forgot to lock it. Luckily, I don't keep anything in here. We're fine. But then like a day later, I'm like, shit, I should check my trunk because there is one thing I keep in my car. And it is because I had just re-upped, it was a duffel bag full of like 100 CDs. Like I think 50 I had like 2 albums out at that point. I think it was like 50 of each. I just re-upped and they fucking yanked that. And I was like, what an awful fucking thing, because it has no value to you. It has only value to me. And now they're just gone. There's no way he didn't open that up and go, what the fuck? And then just throw it in a dumpster. So it's like,
it's like the Amazon packages people open up and they're like, oh, it's cleaning supplies. I'm just going to throw this in the sewer.
Exactly. So it was like such a bummer. And then I had to get more CDs. And I believe those are the remnants of that is what I'm still trying to sell through. So what's the new merch, man? What's the new merch?
NFTs. I think that's honestly, I listened to a podcast over the weekend, and they were talking about how it's an opportunity now for musicians to mint their original recording. So if you were to say like, I have the original pressing of Abbey Road, I'm going to sell it to you for 1 Bitcoin, which is like 553,000 American dollars.
Yeah.
I could say, hey, I've got an original recording, the original recording of Nadine, or I Won't Be Scared. I'm going to auction it off. And then you can still make copies of it and put it on Napster and whatever, but you would own that original copy for bragging rights on the blockchain, I guess.
I don't think you're wrong, but also I think you were onto something before, and I've actually looked into it, but like you said, there's a lot of, you got to really be sure, but it's like vinyl. It's like, I think now if something's kind of like relatively cheap, like you sell your CDs for like $5 or $10, like people don't want that because they're like, for $5 or $10, I'd rather do free. But if you have like a premium item for like 20, I might do that. So that's kind of why I've also been looking into like vinyl or just something more premium. I think people will pay for that. But when it's something like a CD or, people trying to sell like download cards and stuff, it's like, I think at that point, it's like, it's got to either be free or like a premium item. So I think actually, if you pressed up maybe you could do like a greatest hits compilation on vinyl or something to get like the most juice out of it. But again, if you want to press
Tom
like
Petty, I mean,
well, I think your hits I think you have a greatest. I would say you got 3 full-length albums out, right?
4 if you count some ones with the other bands.
Yeah. So I mean, you could greatest hits that one, man. Maybe I'm too close to it. Maybe I like you too much, but I think you could greatest hits it.
I appreciate that. I voted, I endorsed by Justin Golak. I'm just gonna start putting that on my stuff and see how far that takes me.
Well, either way, I just thought it was more because that's how I was thinking. I was like, maybe I could just do like a compilation vinyl because then I'm not like, I'm not picking one, and then everyone's like, oh, you got a vinyl, which album? And then I'm like, this one. They're like, I don't love that one, and I'm like, damn it. So that was kind of more of a hedging of bets kind of thing of doing like a greatest. But yeah, dude, you got to sell them for like, if you print like 100, you got to sell them for like $25 just to break even. So
right. And I think I learned something from my last gig in Chicago, which is one of the last few times we hung out when I played at the Elbow Room, where I came with a 3-piece band and we played, and I sold some merch. I mean, we worked our asses off. We played a good set. We got people out on like was it a Thursday or something?
Yeah.
I mean, like some like extended family who were like knew I was there showed up. And then some guy came in with his iPod and like 500 t-shirts. And he was a t-shirt salesman who played hot music.
And he will end up being a millionaire for sure.
Yeah, and so that's what you said. You said maybe you should just get into t-shirt sales.
You got to get into t-shirts. Music's dead, dude. It's all t-shirts. Well, that's what I'll say. Last question before we head out.
Sure.
Because I know your politics. You're not shy about them online, and I think we align in a lot of ways. So this is something I think, and so maybe I could get you on board with this. Now don't think about anything else. Just focus on the narrow thing that I'm saying. And you can still disagree, but I'm not saying you have to like everything, but do you like this narrow thing I'm about to say, this specific thing?
Okay.
All right. Do you, just as a merch seller, just as a guy pitching merch, do you have respect for Donald Trump just as a merch man? Because I do, man. Just the way he slings that hat. It's just a red hat with he's probably buying those for $4.99 a piece, selling them for $25 on his website. I respect him just as a merch man. I don't agree with his politics, but man, that guy can sling some merch. He's got those flags where he looks like Rambo. I mean, he's our first merch president.
It's true. I would agree with you on that in terms of being able to sell literal trash to people. And just make a killing off of it. He is one to be looked up to. Politics, moral depravity, and corruption completely aside, he was a merch man. He's probably the guy you want running your merch table.
Thank you.
Like if Donald Trump, he was like, hey, Matt, I'm not gonna do Donald Trump impression. I can't fathom it. But he was like, "Hey, I can sell."
Everyone thinks they can do it. No one can do it. Not even Alec Baldwin can do it. His stinks.
The only person I think who does a funny one is Matt Christman from Chapo Trap House.
Yes,
his is funny
because it's the old tradition of impressions where the plan is to be funny, not to be accurate. Accuracy is not funny. So
if Trump came to me and said, "Hey, I'd like to run your merch game," I would say, let's do it, because I can't sell shit.
Yeah. Anytime I see a Make America Great hat, I'm not in on the politics, but every time I see one, I'm like, man, I wish I could sell through these fucking CDs, man. That guy's got good merch slinging ability. But man, Monta, people will buy your stuff when you get back out in the real world because you're so talented.
Thank you.
And Jackie Manti, my wife, has one of your shirts. We were just doing a closet clean out, deciding what to keep, what to throw out. And I'm like, keep the Monta, man. That's a keeper. It's a great shirt. It's the gray one with the horses on it. So you got good merch outside. If you ever want to give up music, you could definitely just sell those t-shirts. They are class. Man Monta, go to his website, manmonta.com, stream his music, enjoy his stuff, and check if you like our little report here. We're on his Twitch channel every Tuesday at the TAW on Twitch, and we do a little baseball stream where he plays video games and I chat over it. So check him out on Twitch, check out his music. Man Monta, thanks for doing the show, buddy. See you later.
Thanks for having me. It was a great time.
All right, everybody. Well, that is our show. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you want to hang out with us in the Zoom, we're doing that like we usually do. We're putting the Zoom link up. Look for it here. Come into our Zoom room and chat it up with us. Hang out for a little bit. I think we'll probably be there for a little bit, maybe like a half an hour is what we usually do. Maybe a little longer if things get spicy. So come hang out with me and the other artists and people like Michael G. Garrity and Stephanie Duffy, who will be there because they are our producers. So the show been running smoothly, and that has been thanks to them. So thank you to that. And like always, all the other credits are down in the description. So if you liked something, if you liked somebody, if you liked some element or something, you can find out who it correlates to, click through a link and find the rest of their stuff. And please continue to follow this channel. Please continue to subscribe to this channel. I think we'll be able to subscribe to it soon and get on the Discord. So that'll all be fun. And let's see, what's the next show we got coming up? We got May 13th. That's a regular variety show. Yes, we're off the 6th, so we'll be back May 13th. And we got Liz Greenwood, we got Elise Johnson, Michael Gowan, Ray Holub, who are producers on the show. Very funny. You might remember their little banter report together from the call-in show. They had the last slot, so that was obviously hilarious. And Jason Melton will be back hosting. And look for us on all the social medias, Open Studio Shy for all that stuff. But I think that's all I got, man. Follow people. Get on all your apps. Follow everybody from the show and be a part of this show going forward. But that is all I got for you guys tonight. If you want to come into the Zoom, do that. We'll keep the show going there. But as far as the stream, we are out. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your night. Bye, everybody. See you in a couple weeks.
Victimize the first nigga to spit a diss track. Your grandmama gave you that chain, get your shit back. When the things get for real, my warm heart turns cold. Every man for himself in his land, we be gunning. Quick to judge me. For real, check it. Born alone, die alone. No crew to keep my crown on. When the things get for real, my warm heart turns cold. Every man for himself in his land, we be gunning. Quick to judge me. For real, check it. The mic's my religion, the